My shadow has been super present to me. It's overtly obvious to me right now, which feels a little bit scary, but it is what it is. And I'm going to try to talk to you about something that came up without going too far down the rabbit hole, because the further down you go, the harder it is to articulate. So I'm going to try to keep it as surface as I can to make it as understandable as I can. I believe that if you are attracted to my channel, we are of like mind, and that's not necessarily a good thing. It's not a bad thing either, but there are a specific breed of people who carry the frequency of thought patterning that we carry. If you can even understand me, you carry a like mind. So my daughter has this thing that she does on the playground. She's super social. She loves everyone. When it comes to going to the playground, she will find the kid who doesn't want to play with her, run up excitedly and go, "Do you want to play with me?" And the kid will not say, "I don't want to play with you." They'll just kind of run from her because she's kind of this like, hello energy. And she's picking a person who would rather just like tuck and roll and be like, "Don't come near me." So she will then go, she thinks that they're kind of like running from her, so she's making a game out of it. She then thinks they're playing with her when really they're trying to get away from her. And she will expend energy trying to show this person, "Look what I can do. I can do that too. I'm a big kid." Because in her mind, she's always choosing bigger kids. And she wants them to see, "I'm a big kid too. Like, look at these babies that want to hang out with me. I'm not like them. I'm like you. I'm a bigger kid." So let's just say it's been sad to sit back and watch as a parent, because I see what she's doing. And at the end of the day, where is this trigger coming up for me is that they say never look at reviews, and I went to send a link to somebody, and I saw that, and I didn't even know this site exists, but whatever, it is what it is. I saw that I have a 1-star review, that Imperfectly Sane has a 1-star review, and immediately my mother's voice of like, "Where's my A plus?" when I would get an A minus comes into my head, and the self-destruct button goes, you should take it off of Amazon. You don't, it shouldn't be out there. People shouldn't be seeing that. Yada, yada, yada. You have to look perfect. How does this correlate to my daughter running around choosing the people on the playground that don't want her? Well, it does, because I'm trying to process this with my partner, and he says to me is, "So if there's 100 people and one of those people doesn't like you, you focus on the one person who doesn't like you." And I was like, oh my God, that's what Haven's doing. Oh my God. And then what is she doing? She's expending her energy trying to get that one person, when she has, like, she's a likable kid. Kids want to play with her. So she'll have a bunch of kids who want to play with her, but she can't see them. All she can see is the person who sees a deficit in her. And she wants to make up for it in them. And so I got kind of rocked. My ego definitely got rocked with that 1-star review. And I'm doing a lot of work around what that even means. But when I look at my daughter and I go, oh my God, this is what I did with my mom my whole life. This is what so many of us do. We fear not being liked, and then we focus on the person who doesn't like us and try to see what we can do to make sure that that person likes us. But if we really get into our ego about it, we'll realize if we had a majority vote and everybody decided they didn't like the person who liked us, we would feel a little bit better about it, and then we would feel compassion and sorry for them. But when it feels like we're taking the hit because somebody doesn't like us, or they're projecting something onto us, or they're judging us in a way that we don't want to be judged ourselves, we have to understand that we are doing that internally. So I thought that if I could break away from my mother's reign, then I could face the world, which has been true, to be fair. I feel like I took the hardest hit when I was young, so I could withstand my soul purpose and deal with the rejection of being an expressive being on the planet in my career when I'm older. That's what I think has gone down. But then when I go down the rabbit hole and I realize, oh my God, my mother lives inside of me. This one person doesn't like me. So you know what I'm doing? I'm sitting here and I am wondering in which ways they could judge me. And then I am realizing that because a part of me judges myself for the things that they could judge me for, that I'd even care if they judged me for, I'm still giving authority to the judger in me. So what I mean by that is that there's so many aspects of my consciousness that I could focus on. But I've given authority to the one who has the audacity to make a judgment. And I don't ever make judgments about other people. And that's irrelevant because I am a people that I make judgments about, okay? So because I am not making judgments about other people doesn't mean I'm non-judgmental, okay? I am making judgments that those people could make upon me, upon myself, and aligning to that and giving that judger authority over me. And she's kind of going, you should probably stay quiet, you know. And to be fair, that aspect of my consciousness has protected me because I have stayed not too much, as much as humanly possible for me, for a majority of my life. And I still do that. I still feel myself holding myself back. I still feel myself saying, don't say that. Oh my God, that's not going to be received well, or it's going to be misinterpreted. And a lot of what I say could definitely be misinterpreted or seem contradictory or whatever. So I have held myself back based on the aspect of myself that goes, no, that's too much. You're not going to be liked if you do that. So I am doing that to me. And when I take the self that can see that and look at the self that says, I am in authority to judge this part of you, and you are what this person thinks. And yes, I am what they think because I am a part of their universal sphere, but I am also not what they think because I am what I am. So, and I am that I am doesn't come with thought. So on a lower level, I see that what we do as a people, we stay in the relationship that says you are shitty. We go, oh, there's 5 guys or 5 girls that want me, but they actually like me, so they're missing something. Oh, that person thinks I'm a piece of shit. They must be onto something, right? And we will spend our time negating the people that actually love us for who we are. This makes me so sad for all of our inner psyches. Because we're dwelling on the one person that tells us that we're not good enough, or the one bad review, or the one moment in time that didn't go well, that we justify, oh, if you would be perfect, if you were a really good person, that wouldn't have happened. We're not looking at all of the whole picture. We're looking at a picture of the picture that doesn't define the whole picture. So how do we deal with not being liked? It's so interesting because, like, I can't, honestly, we could take it so far down the rabbit hole and say what it means, but at the end of the day, it's don't look. Like, if my daughter would just go, okay, this chick don't want to play with me, I'm going to turn around because there's something I'm missing here. When I'm chasing her, trying to latch onto her for approval, I'm negating the 5 kids sitting behind me that are going, hey, I think you're pretty cool. And we're all doing that. We're all waiting for that one person's approval, that one thing that we think is going to say, oh, this means that you've made it, or this means that you're good enough. And the second we get that, we'll switch to doing it to ourselves. So I get a lot of validation from my work. I get a lot of gratitude. And some days I can sit with that and be in a space of like, holy shit, this matters to people. But most of the time, I go, okay, that's great. I'm glad that that's true, but what about the person I'm offending? How do I make sure that person's taken care of? Instead of really sitting and sinking into, holy shit, this matters for people. And the people that I'm offending aren't my people. They're not the people I'm talking to. They're not the people of like mind. So I think that we get caught up in trying to change people's minds who aren't like-minded. And if somebody, and I believe that, I have this knack for being able to see the way minds work from above them, for the most part, even my own, which has been a blessing. But we can't, it's almost like a mind in a channel of ego is a specific frequency. And if somebody doesn't have that frequency, we go, oh, like I can see your frequency in operation, but you can't see me, so I want to make you see me. We can't change somebody else's mind in those ways about us. But we can change our mind as to who we're going to focus on so that we can be with like minds who actually like us. I think that a majority of my life growing up, I picked probably frenemies. And I think a lot of us do that. We pick people who are going to validate that we're shitty or we're a piece of shit. The parts of ourselves that we need to almost like exaggerate so that we can see them. And a lot of us have to exaggerate them in real life to own them and go, whoa, like I did that, okay? I have this blessing of being able to be like, oh, you don't have to do that to actually see what that would cause you or whatever. Like I kind of stay on the opposite side of that particular egoic rabbit hole, which is nice. But sometimes I'm in it, like right now, where I see my daughter and I go, oh my God, all she'd have to do is turn around. And all I have to do to not care about the 1-star review is realize that I can't change somebody's mind about me. And every single time that I waste my effort doing that, I am negating all of the like minds that want to love me. And if you have one relationship that you're so stuck in, you can't see anything else. You're negating all of the love that envelopes you. So I just wanted to pop on here and say, if you're doing what my daughter does, and if you're doing what I've done, trying to expend the energy to get the people who don't like us to like us, we're not honoring the people that love us. And there's something in that, like I want my daughter to be honest about the fact that she wants to be liked. And I want to be honest about that too. It sucks not being liked. And I was the kid who would get picked last in gym class. That shit sucks. But I wasn't a like-minded gym kid. Like, I didn't like gym. I was also the first person to get picked to be vice president of the psychology club, okay? I liked psychology. So I think that we have to kind of stick. We can change our minds, but we have to stick to, if we want to be loved and liked, we have to stick to the people that like our minds and love us for who we are, instead of choosing the people, especially in a really fragile time of doing self-work, who want you to be something different than you are, because that's just pouring salt on a wound. And those are people who want to be different than what they are. So this is about changing not their minds, Mommy, but our minds, about who's in the authority. Yes, Lily. Within ourselves. And if that's the judger. I need to go pee. Quick. Okay, run. I'll be right there. Noah, I'll be right there. If that's the judger, we're going to feel inadequate. We're going to feel like we have something to compensate for. But if the authority in our minds is not given to the judger, but onto the chooser of how we're going to, what we're going to focus on, we're talking a whole new ballgame. All we have to do is not look. It's that simple. It's deeper than that, but it's that simple on the surface. All right, guys, this was kind of long. Bye.